What's your opinion on that?
Very sad. I don't know what she wrote on the board.
The slut.
That people are calling her that?
Yeah.
I don't think people understand how strong words could be, or how effective it is, and how meaningful it is to other people. In this case, that word really affected her, and it made her take her life away, which is very, very unfortunate, very sad.
Have you ever been bullied?
I don't remember an incident of me being bullied, which is odd because I'm tiny.
What is your opinion about being bullied?
Bullying. Okay, I think there's more bullying now than before when I was in school. Only because there's a lot of social media now, more, networking now. So people use technology to bully other people versus, just physically or just face to face. So there's different types of bullying, and I think that it's just more opportunities for people getting bullied, getting hurt in multiple ways.
What can you do as a staff member to prevent bullying?
So if I were to see an incident that there's a bullying incident happening, then I can definitely talk to the students first, maybe contact the parents, maybe start a healthy referral, just supportive, being supportive emotionally, physically.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you think about the video?
Well, it almost brought me to tears.
Have you ever been bullied before?
Yes, in high school. I was probably bullied. I grew up in a very affluent economic area, but I was not of the affluent nature. So I was bullied because of being on the poor sector.
How did you overcome that?
How did I overcome that? I overcame it by just realizing that I do have worth, that I have value, and I've worked hard for everything I've accomplished in life, and had the benefit of great teachers and great friends that helped me overcome that.
What's your opinion on bullying?
I don't think it has any place within our society. People need to understand that everybody has value, and you may not see it at that moment, but they have something to contribute to us. And I think if we can go ahead and take the steps to eliminate bullying, we'll live in a much better world where people are more tolerant of one another. All it takes is to step inside somebody else's shoes for a moment and then perhaps grasp what they're experiencing.
As a staff member, what can you do to help prevent bullying?
Well, if I overhear students trying to cut each other down, I can go ahead and interrupt them and say, hey, that's not a nice thing to do. And sometimes that's all it takes is for somebody to understand and say, that's not nice. Would you like that to happen to you? And keep your ears and eyes open at all times. And if anybody comes to me, get them to the appropriate people on campus to help them to understand that they are a valuable part of this GHS community.
Do you think it's become more of a bigger issue now than it was before?
Oh, definitely. I think social media has played such an important impact in that. I know when I was in high school, most of the time the bullying was one-on-one. Now you get somebody that takes a picture or whatever and posts it, and boom, there's millions and millions of people, and that can never come back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Ready?
Bullying's a problem in high schools and across the United States. It's not a thing that's getting better, that's for sure, especially with social media and everything else going around. Yeah, it needs to be stopped. Unfortunately, how is the question?
Have you ever been bullied before?
Yes.
Can you
Yeah, I have been. No, I don't really want to talk about it. It happened in high school.
How did you overcome it?
Got bigger, stronger. Got bigger, stronger. I was 93 pounds in high school, so I was a little guy. Got garbage canned a lot, all that good stuff.
Oh.
So,
As a staff member, what can you do to like prevent bullying?
when you see it happen, stop it. That's really the only way we can do it. Have administration address some of the Facebook stuff and social media events that happen.
Would you say social media plays a big part in bullying?
Oh yeah. I think it's more prevalent now because of social media. Because you can't get away from it.
Do you think bullying has become a lot bigger now than it was before? Has evolved a lot?
I don't think it's evolved. I think it's just more out there because of social media. I think the bullying's still there. It was there in my day. It's going to be here now. It's just because of social media. It's front page now.
Right.
Thank you. What do you think about the video and the article?
Well, the video is really intense. And just after watching the Audrey Pott presentation yesterday, I don't know if any of you were there for that. Did anybody get a chance to see her? Okay, it was, yeah, pretty powerful. It's a reality, unfortunately, for our teams that they are. They think their only choice is to end their life when they're confronted by a bully or they're harassed or intimidated. And it's my wish and hope that students will come forward and look for assistance and help when this occurs, and go to an official or a teacher to help them address the problem and address the bullies or bullies, put in the plural, behavior, whether it's cyberbullying or in person.
Have you ever been bullied?
In middle school was very small, tiny actually, like 65 pounds. Was targeted, yeah, being a nerd, had big glasses, like Steve Urkel, and that's what they would call me. It was actually, I thought it was funny. I just accepted it, and I just thought it was just fun and games. So I kind of just played along with it and didn't let it affect me. And it actually, I look back on it, it's kind of funny. So I guess you could call that some sort of bullying. But in terms of having somebody attack me or make fun of me outside of just kidding, joking about my appearance, no, I wasn't ever really bullied in any significant way.
And what can you do as a staff member to prevent bullying?
Getting the message out to students that is, first of all, it's not right. It's bullies are punks. I think they're thugs. I think they're cowards, especially when they are in a more powerful position, if you will, socially. They're in the right clique. They're with the popular people, or they're the senior picking on a freshman. That kind of thing. Especially in athletics, you have very disturbing rituals that occur that are part of the initiation process to be part of the team. Now, I have been part of those, in that it's been done to me. Especially in the sport of wrestling, there were some rituals that were just, as I look back now, they're like, that was just so stupid. It wasn't, the reason why is because, it really, you're trying to get the best out of your athletes. You really want them to be, excel, and then you're putting the young athletes through, embarrassing situations, and just kind of as a gotcha. So, you could laugh it off and you could say, well, I guess it's okay because the seniors had to go through when they were freshmen, and now I'm a freshman. I'm just going, earning my way. And it's like so. But as I look back on it, I would think we could have done something more productive to build team spirit, if you will, versus doing something embarrassing and shaming to the student. So,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How does this video and article make you feel?
Brings out a lot of different emotions in me. I think, unfortunately, it reminds me a lot of 4th and 5th grade for me, especially 4th and 5th grade. But it also reminds me of why I'm here as an educator and what my role is as an educator. It's not just to teach subject matter, but it's to, really work and teach and make sure that everyone comes to school and has a positive experience.
What is your opinion on bullying?
I think that it's a super it's a moment where a lot of kids don't understand exactly what they're doing. A lot of students don't understand how their words hurt other students, and most students bully without even realizing that they're doing it, and the effects of it are incredible and so painful and hurtful to those that are experiencing it. I think that a lot of times also students don't understand exactly what bullying means. They don't mean to be a mean person or affect somebody in the way they do, but because of their upbringing or because of other experiences or experiences that they've had, they feel like it's okay to say some of the things that they say, even though maybe what they're saying is wouldn't hurt them personally. It hurts others because everyone reacts to different things in different ways.
Have you ever been bullied?
Absolutely. 4th and 5th grade, I was the main center of attack for a couple groups of girls, or a group of girls in my elementary school, and I wasn't strong enough to walk away from it, and went home crying a lot, spent a lot of time in the nurse's office sick, pretending that there was something wrong with me so they wouldn't have to face them during recess. So
How did you overcome that?
found new friends, and it took pretty much moving to a new school, like going on to middle school, to really get away from it. And then I think also just those bully girls just getting old and them getting over the fact that it felt good to make fun of someone else.
As a staff member, how can you help prevent it?
I think the biggest thing that any staff member can do is, number one, not do it themselves. Make sure that they're not making fun of other people or doing anything that would make others feel uncomfortable or put down. And I think the second thing as a staff member that's important to do is to make sure that if I see it, I address it immediately. I can't just turn a deaf ear to what's going on. I have to say something. There's many times walking across campus, just stop. Like, I'm on a mission to go do something else, but you have to stop. And hey, that's not okay. It's not acceptable. And then I think there's all sorts of other things that we can do on our campus to just promote the good things and promote all the ways that we can be friends, in the way that students, even though they come from different backgrounds and different communities, can be friends and celebrate the differences instead of, harping on them and, making people feel bad because of their differences.
Do you think bullying has more of a bigger impact now than it did before?
I don't think so. I think it's just as prevalent. as it was before. I think now there's just a lot more attention given towards it, positively and negatively.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Berg.
Okay.